they're talking about having sex and getting naked, you're not them. Wait, no. Where was that? So let's talk insecurities, and we're gonna take it way back to primary school, high school, and just dealing with insecurities as a woman and a girl in today's society. We're also going to be doing makeup at the same time. So in this video, I'm not going to be showing you guys the products that I use. If you want to know like my full makeup look and the products, then you can watch my previous video. So in primary school, I used to have straight hair, and basically it was forced upon me. Like, I did not ask for straight hair. I was raised by my dad. I didn't live with my mom and my dad together. Obviously, you know, my dad really doesn't know how to do my hair. For the most part, my grandma raised me actually. So she would do my hair, but she was really old at that time. So to make my hair easier to do, she would straighten my hair. It's called a Brazilian. Basically where you put chemicals in your hair and then you straighten your hair. And it gets rid of the curl pattern and everything like that. Yes, back then it did help me. It helped her like do my hair. It was easy for me because my hair's straight all the time and I don't have to figure out like my hair texture and my hair type. But looking back on it now, it made me insecure about my actual curly hair, because throughout my life I had my hair straight and I would go like get it blow dried and straightened. Looking back now, like, it really caused me to be insecure about my natural hair. I would always get comments like, oh, your hair looks so nice, like straight and everything. Everyone thought like, oh, you must be mixed or something because you have straight hair. And it's like, no, we're just using chemicals. So it made me insecure about like my actual hair texture and having curly hair, because I'd never actually learned about my natural hair and how to take care of it. Also, just to add, like, my mom was Portuguese and my dad is colored, so that also played into like the way my hair looks and my facial. Like, I'm more white than colored and things like that. So anyways, the way that made me feel in primary school was, you know, seeing all of these white girls having long straight hair. For the most part, I know like some white people have curly hair and everything, but just comparing myself to the young white girls that had straight hair, it just made me like, you know, feel comfortable having straight hair. So that's why later on in life, when I decided to have my curly hair and my natural hair like out, it was pretty hard for me, because going all the way back to my childhood, like young childhood, it's just like you had straight hair and you kind of like held on to that version of yourself. So those were like my main insecurities, just my hair, and really questioning like what group I kind of fit into. Again, relating to like white girls having, you know, long straight hair, but I have long straight hair but it's not natural and stuff like that. So now we move into like high school. Firstly, grade 8, grade 9, I was like, I wouldn't say the girliest girl, but I was dressing more like what other girls were dressing like. I was in 8th and 9th grade. That wasn't what those girls are wearing today. It was basically just like a t-shirt, shorts, those type of things. But then I got to 10th grade and a lot of things happened. One of the big things was my mom passing away, and that influenced, you know, the music that I listened to, and in effect that also influenced like what I was wearing, because I was listening to like XXXTentacion and like Trippie Redd and Ski Mask, and they influenced my dress code. I was dressing more tomboyish, not the girliest girl in dress code. And I still had my straight hair. I still would go and get it blow dried, straightened, and do the chemical thing. I think one time in grade 11, like, I tried going back to my natural curly hair, and people would make comments like, oh, this, you know, this doesn't look nice. Some people would say it looked nice, but then obviously like at that point I didn't believe them because everybody else is saying it didn't look nice and all of these things were going through my mind. So eventually I quit the natural look and then went back to straightening and chemically straightening my hair. So the ripple effect of dressing tomboyish did affect how I present the feminine side of me. And that in turn made me question a lot of things. So I started dressing like really tomboyish, baggy clothes and stuff like that. And I know that stuff is cool now, but back then it wasn't the thing. I didn't really explore my feminine side too much. You know, it would come out here and there, but it didn't really land. Like, I wasn't really feeling it just because I felt so much pressure from everything around me. You know, like when you're in high school, you see everybody, how they're dressing, you know, say it's like a casual day at school or something. And then it's like, it's a whole thing, whoever wears like the coolest fit. In general, everyone's looking at everyone else's outfits and stuff like that, and there was a lot of pressure. But that was my tomboy phase, and I wouldn't really call it a phase because I still dress tomboyish. Oh, and also what I mean about like showing my feminine side, like I wouldn't do my nails or dress up in like a dress, and I'm saying all the generic things about femininity, but that's really what it was for me at the time. Like I wouldn't wear dresses except for the school dress obviously, but when I was wearing casual clothes, like I wouldn't opt to wear that type of stuff. Another thing that was happening in high school was the music that I was listening to. Rap music, Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, I didn't listen to her, but like all of the rap music out there, Ghana, the way that they spoke about women in their songs and in the videos, you know, like what women were doing in the videos. That also puts like a lot of pressure on, or put a lot of pressure on me as a growing woman in high school. Like, okay, are we supposed to just give our bodies away? And I didn't gravitate towards any of that. I didn't like the idea of a woman like trashing her body online or like, you know, just putting it out there. I didn't really like that. Of course, I slipped up and I gave into it at times, but it didn't come naturally to me. It didn't feel natural to show a lot of my skin on the internet or walk around in public like that. I think that's also another reason why I didn't dress like a girly girl or too feminine. That's why I dress like a tomboy. So we're gonna actually take it back to 9th grade. In grade 9, I started wearing makeup and I didn't know how to do my makeup at all. But I started wearing makeup because I felt like inclined to do this since everybody was doing it, all the girls at school, and that really added to my insecurities. You know, I know tomboys do wear makeup and stuff, but naturally I didn't really want to wear makeup in grade 9. I was just doing it because everybody else was doing it. Over time, I did develop like a lot of insecurities with my face and like how I looked all the time. Yeah. So then grade 10 happened, and then that was all like the rap stuff and the music stuff. I was still listening to the music, like, yes, we can say peer pressure, but I actually enjoyed the music, so I was listening to it in my own time, and it just wasn't good for my mental health at that point. And let me tell you something, music has a really big effect on what you think about yourself. Just like how people say your circle affects who you are, what you do and what you talk about and what you say, so does music. Like if they're talking about having sex and getting naked and doing all of these things, eventually you might start doing that or living like that. Like you're not necessarily getting naked and stuff like that, but you might start taking pictures and doing your makeup a certain way because the girls in the videos do it like that, or dressing like them and stuff like that. So it does have an effect on who you are and what you do. So now we go into college. This is after high school, and you know, everyone's telling you, okay, this is where you find out who you are, what you like, stuff like that. So I think I put too much, but I'll blend it out. In college, I love to like rap and stuff like that and write my own raps. So I used to practice and practice and practice, and then obviously Going into a music school, I felt some pressure to better myself in my rap game. I don't have any songs out, so yeah, it didn't work out. But I felt all the pressure to like find new artists and people that I love to listen to. Their dress code and their music, it was more like rock type style. I started listening to like grunge music and you know, like the emo gang and whatever else. So I started painting my nails black. I started wearing rock star outfits, I guess. I started putting stuff together like that. Also feeling a lot of insecurities there because obviously if you're looking up to something, say for example like a trend in fashion or some particular artist, you're never gonna be like them. You're never gonna fully dress like them just because you're not them. So obviously I fell short in those areas, and then I also, you know, became insecure about that stuff. So another reason, like, I really believe that music has a huge impact on how you feel and what you like show of yourself is because I was listening to music like Nirvana, and most of that music is like really sad and depressing. I started taking pictures of myself looking depressed. What are we doing? Why? Why did I do that? Because of the music that I was listening to. That's why. In effect, it really was the music also making me feel sad. Like listening to XXXTentacion all day is gonna make you feel sad because his music is mostly depressing. So now we just started college. Me. And literally like how many March, April, like a month in, I meet my husband, and he's also kind of on that rock dress code type thing, but he had his own like type of swagger going for himself. He looked like he already figured himself out, and I was attracted to that. And he had like a lot of confidence, a lot of self-assurance, and that really attracted me because I didn't have that. I wasn't as confident, I wasn't as sure of myself. The way that I dressed, what I did with my hair was still straight at this time, still being straightened, still being chemically burned to a crisp. So, you know, seeing someone like him just come in with like all this confidence. Firstly, the way that he hit me up was confidence on 10,000. So yeah, it attracted me. And I always say like God put us together for greater reasons, and I believe that that was obviously one small part of it. But yeah, I saw his confidence and I was like, wait, I want that. But how? So over like the years, I just learned from him, and he made me confident with affirming words and words of like kindness and just be yourself. Like he keeps on telling me till this day, just be yourself and just be sure of who you are, even if you don't know who you're gonna be tomorrow. Okay, do I look crazy?
You look good.
Are you sure?
I can't really see like your hair is like, yeah. No, it's good. It's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he really showed me over time how you can get all the confidence that you need from God. And it was really hard for me, but we were dating for 7 months. And in December, I decided like I'm gonna cut my hair short. My hair was short. Insert. Okay, it's gonna be a crusty picture, I already know. But I cut it because I just wanted to experience my natural hair and just have that journey to myself. And I'm not hating on anyone, so I won't say like who exactly was being tough on me during this whole process, but a lot of people, not a lot of people, like people had stuff to say when I cut my hair. And I was just like, whatever, because my husband was like, whatever.
You fine.
Okay. He really encouraged me. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think I video called you when I was doing it, or I took videos for you. Yes, because he loves spontaneity. I just call it impulsiveness, but he just does things. Like I remember the I remember the one time I went over to his house and he was like, I want to dye my hair blonde. It's crazy to me because I take days to make a decision. Even this like orange tint thing that's in my hair, I took like a week to finally say yes, okay, fine. No, he was just like, let's dye my hair. He's crazy. But anyways, I live with him now, so that's great. So yeah, he was very encouraging the whole time. And yeah, I had my days where I felt like really ugly because my hair was really short. And then people, some people would be judgmental and make sly comments. But at the end of the day, Jesus loved my hair too, so that's all that mattered.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
Did he vomit a lot? So that brings me to the point of the video where I speak about how motherhood has affected my confidence in my body image, my face, my hair, every aspect. Motherhood actually gave me a lot of confidence. I'll be real, the first like 2 weeks or something, or just less of, I was actually really confident. And bear in mind, my tummy was big, still is a little bit big. But obviously, after you just have a baby, like, it doesn't just go flat. If any of you didn't know that, it should be basic knowledge. But I had this confidence because I was like, you know what? My body actually was able to carry a baby. Physically, I don't care what I look like. As long as he's here, he's happy. And I actually felt like really confident in myself. And then, slowly afterwards, it was like creeping in, like, when I had to go out in public and stuff. It crept in at times where it's like, oh, I can't wear the same clothes that I used to wear. Like jeans, I haven't seen a pair of jeans since I was pregnant, basically. And I can't wear like tops and bras, certain bras, TMI, don't fit me anymore. It's little thoughts like that did come in, and it made me feel very insecure at times. I have my moments, like I'll be confident one day, and then let's say like a week later, I'm like, I hate this body, like what the heck. And then I don't feel great immediately. Like I'll tell my husband and I'll pray, I'll be like, God, I don't really like this. And let's say maybe 3 days later, I feel better. But yeah, motherhood does take a toll just because there's a lot of changes, not just physically, like mentally. Dude, I could remember things that happened years ago, and now my brain's just like in brain fog because I have a baby and I'm just only thinking about him. So those things, I can also feel insecure about those things too, because if someone had to ask me like, oh, what did you do 3 days ago with when he was feeling like this, or some like random scenario, and I don't remember, I like beat myself up because I'm like, dude, like you could remember this. Like it's very difficult navigating a new brain essentially and a new body at the same time. So basically, to bring you to the point where I am now, where my hair is curly every single day and I'm doing makeup and like basically how I dress right now. So my hair, it was a journey and I got to love it, and I love my hair now. Throughout the whole journey, like there wasn't really one time where I hated my hair or hated myself for like cutting my hair. I don't remember anything at all. It's been a journey obviously to get to this point, but I am at the point where I really, really love my hair. The curls and the mess of it, like in this video right now. The beauty of doing it and the hours that it takes to get it to like how I like it to look. Secondly, the music that I listen to now is purely gospel music, and then also like old R&B music. But I wouldn't say I listen to it all the time. I mostly listen to gospel music, and it really does affect your mind. God's helped me through that music to not feel pressure to be like certain girls in a song or something like that. Like it really has changed my mindset to where I feel peace when I listen to the music, I don't feel depressed, I don't feel sad, I don't feel not so good about myself. Thirdly, also being with my husband, since we were dating, I was getting into doing more feminine things, like, I don't know, doing my nails, or like wearing a dress, wearing high heels, and like more feminine clothes. I still would regard myself as a tomboy, but just I can switch it up. I can do my makeup, I can wear a dress, I can put on heels, stuff like that. And like being with a man who knows how to be a true leader, a good leader, a kind leader, a sensitive leader, does help in like my role as a woman and a female and his wife. Because if he's leading in a good way, then I'm gonna feel naturally that I want to be more feminine and submissive to him. So yeah.
My ego. Ah, I'm so charged up.
Also, with me doing my makeup now, I've only recently started doing my makeup about a year ago. And that I had to make sure that like I'm not insecure. And I obviously I have my days, but for me to even start doing my makeup, I didn't want to have a ton of insecurities every single day and not feel good about myself and start doing makeup and then only feel pretty when I have makeup on and stuff like that. I didn't want that to be the case. That's why it took so long to actually get back into makeup from ninth grade until now. So from 15 and I'm 22 now. It took me a couple years to actually feel confident wearing makeup and not to the point where I don't feel confident without it. To close this video, I just want to say to anyone out there, I did have an amazing boyfriend who helped me become confident. I did, cut my hair impulsively and do all of these things to kind of boost the confidence in myself. But at the end of the day, God helped me heal from, all of these insecurities. And it's an ongoing process. Like, it's not he helped me one day and I'm confident for the rest of my life, or I don't have any insecurities ever. It's just an ongoing, continuous journey where I pray and he answers. And, he's helped me become as confident as I can be today. And every day that will come, I'll keep praying. And I just want to encourage you guys to reach out and, just ask God for confidence if you like that. Or if you like anything, ask him and you will receive. And yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. And
See you in the next video.
I'm done.